All right, Braxton. Hey, I just want to shoot a quick video on using the follow-up system this is in the uh, Dream Home Reno 45 account. And so we have an automated email follow-up email system to keep up with these incoming offers that we have or emails discussing offers. We really want to keep this as clean as possible. We don't want a bunch of emails building up in here. It gets cumbersome. It gets difficult to stay focused on what we need to stay focused on. So like ones that we're working on, like these three that we discussed this morning, this Nathan, we're obviously trying to get this one closed up, so that's still an important email. And then looks like one that you're working on here for Grant. Just star those. If those are ones you don't want to be deleted out for whatever reason because there's stuff you're working on, and you want to stay on top of something, star those so everybody knows not to delete those out. All right. So if they're starred, that means that we're going to leave those there until you finish whatever it is you're finishing, or I finish it. So, like for example, today, I imagine at some point I'll unstar this and then dump that into this folder and be done with it. Once I know for sure everything's done, we got closing documents, all that. So once it's done, I'll definitely get rid of it. So here are some emails down here that we can start using the auto follow-up system. So um, here's one that I already set a follow-up on. He emailed me back. He said, all's going well. Please check back on the 22nd. So when they email back on an auto follow-up system that we've already set, it kills it. It kills any future follow-up until we set another one, right? So on this one, I sent back, sounds good, thanks, Brian. Um, I didn't really have an auto follow-up for this, so you know, but what I should have done is gone in here, hit the reply, enable follow-up for this email, and made one if I didn't have one, which is what I end up doing. Um, I'm gonna restart it. So hang on, it didn't. So let me just say that when you create a new one in here, you have to shut down the email system, the Gmail email, and then reopen it back up for it to show up in here. So let me do that real fast. All right, so I had to shut down the email, open it back up, and now it shows the new one I just created. So the 7-day follow-up, and you can create one all if you want for yourself. So I'll just run through these real fast. If you want to really look at each one of the templates so you understand, which is a good idea, understand how they're going to follow up with people, um, just jump in here to manage templates, and then you can see the templates here. This is where you can create, if you wanted to create an all new one, so you could clone this one, and let's say you want to create an 8-day follow-up, you could do that right here. Um, and then you could just go down and you could create, an 8-day follow-up. I would leave, for the most part, the emails are all basically the same. We're just following up. So that would be the first one. That would be the first text that would be put on there, and then this would be the email to follow up in 8 days. And then if you wanted to add another step, like if you wanted to keep following up on day 15 or day 20 or whatever, you could keep adding follow-ups that would keep going until they actually responded. But if you just want to do one 8-day follow-up here, that would be it. You just save it. And then, of course, like I just went through, this would not actually show up in our in this list until I booted down and restarted the email system again. So, but anyways, you get the point. So I'll jump into these templates real fast so you understand them, what they're gonna do. So really, unless it's the 1 and 3-day follow-up, this is for if we've sent an offer and they come back and said received your offer. We would use these so that we received the offer, they haven't done anything else with it. This is the follow-up on our current offer to see, and we can log in here and see what these emails are saying. But basically they're just saying, so like we reply back with thanks, and then day 1, so the next day they would get an email, just want to follow up on our offer, see if we're in the running. And then going down to day 3, just following up on our offer. So they would get a couple emails from us if they haven't given us any answer on our offer. So that is that piece. But the rest of them are emails in that we've gotten some response back saying, we went with a different offer, or your offer's been rejected, or whatever. Then that's when we'd use the 4, 7, and 15-day, emails, and or 15-day email, or 7-day email, or 8-day email. All these are the same type of email. Hey, and that's basically just saying, I'll just log in. That's just saying, just want to follow up on our offer, we just want to know if anything's coming apart on your current offer. We're still interested. So these are those follow-ups on those offers that we've gotten beat out by somebody else, and they're getting an email on like day 4 and day 7. These are time periods where inspections usually are, if there's going to be a problem with inspection times, that's within this 4 to 7 day period. They'll staying in front of those people with our emails. So anyways, that is pretty much it. So let's see if we can use some of these in action now that you understand it. So I'm going to go through a few of these and see if I can set a few auto emails. So now I've already responded to this guy, so we can't really use anything because you can't just set a follow-up. You got to set, like if I wanted to do a 7-day, it would put in this first one. Of course, I can change the text. I can get rid of the text if I wanted to and just send them a blank email, but that would be kind of weird at this point. But anyways, I guess I'll just say we'll be in touch. So send that, and then he'll automatically get a 7-day follow-up, which is what he wants. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm gonna go just delete him out. This looks like something Braxton's working on. I'm not sure what that is, so I'm gonna come back to that. And let me see what else we got going on here that we can use the auto follow-up. All right, so here's one that looks like they were going with a different counter. I sent back a message 3 days ago. Sounds good. Let us know. We haven't heard anything back, so I'm going to go ahead and use the auto follow-up, and we can just keep us in backup. So I'm just going to tailor this text so it makes a little more sense to how we're talking, and then send it, and then delete this. We can go ahead and delete this once it's sent. So now it's going to set up a sequence of emails that we'll send one 4 days from now. If she doesn't reply to this, but if she does reply to this, then we've got to come back to her and say thanks, and then that will reset. So if, let's say, she comes back and says, feel free, if she says I will, then we can just go to thanks, right, and click that one, and then send that, and then that will reset up the follow-up system. So, but anyways, I've already sent that one to her, so we can just get rid of it. Received. So she hasn't gotten back to us on anything, so I would send her a follow-up of just asking about her offer, and then delete it. So we can delete it because we got auto emails already set up, so we don't have to think about it anymore. That's the whole point of this, that we can deal with 100 different offer emails in an auto follow-up system and not think about it. Once it's set, it's done until they reply to us. So that's the point of this. So this guy, I already looked at what he sent. I'm just going to get rid of him, and then I'm going to look at that, and that's it. So that's the auto follow-up system. So we'll probably jump on this together if you're still not quite sure how to use it. But the idea of this is to keep auto follow-up emails going to our offers that we've sent until we get for sure answers. Once they got, if they've, the idea is that we've got emails going in front of these people through their inspection period, in hopes that their inspection period falls apart and we're right there with our email and they just go with us next. or after the inspection period, then we've got auto emails going out on like day 15, or we can even do day 20. We can set up for whatever we want, seeing if the offers or their current sale is still moving along okay. If it's falling apart, then we got an email out to them where we've got a really beat up seller at that point with us in front of them. That's where we want to be. So hopefully all this makes sense.